We lost two OG niggas recently. We lost Daryl and we lost Bob Cassidy. I just want to say these guys are two fantastic magicians. It's a shame to see them go, but unfortunately, such is life. So, just want to say RIP in peace, the OG niggas. So today we're gonna do quite a bit. I'm gonna show you guys that trick that I did in the last video, that time travel trick. If I just get this get this deck out of this Osmo Mobile, which yeah, I'll do a tech review. Why not? Let's do a tech review right here. Some MQBHD shit. So it's good. It's really good. Expect to see some cinematic shots in upcoming videos with this. It's good. That's it. I'm gonna give it one IKEA table out of one. So there you go. I buy it. Send me stuff. Tech people watching. So the trick is not complicated by any means. Trick is not complicated. It does require a little bit of a setup, but I'm sure you figured that out. So for this, the deck obviously needs to have some writing on it. Let me just get the focus in there. Yeah, so smash that if you like the focus, like button. So the setup is we have a jack of spades followed by a duplicate jack of spades with the text "You fucked up time" written on it. So this goes on every card pretty much, apart from a blank jack of spades, a blank two of hearts, and a blank ace of spades. So it even goes on top of a duplicate ace of spades and a duplicate two of hearts. Again, this is completely unnecessary, but this is just an interesting way to do the trick. So once you have the deck pretty much written on, you're ready to blow some minds, assuming you do have the correct setup on top of the deck. So the right setup should be actually two ace, then two ace with the writing on it. So make sure that the ace of spades pip is orientated the correct way, and after that goes in the box, and you're ready to blow some pussies, blow some loads on puss. So you take out the deck and you say that you're going to show them the secret to time travel. I make a point just to kind of flash the bottom card right here as a jack of spades, just so later on when the jack does become a little bit messed up, when you fucked up time, it's continuity. So I turn the deck over, and what I'm going to do is a double undercut. I like to do a little buckle right here on the bottom card to get your pinky break in there. Again, let's make sure the focus is fantastic on this T6i. Thank you, Canon. You fucking. So anyway, so you get the little pinky break right above, the bottom card there, because you're gonna do a double undercut right to the top of the deck. So this puts you in a position where you're able to do a double lift and show the top card as the two of hearts, which is gonna be the protagonist of your time travel experience. So once you double undercut that card to the top, you're going to get a pinky break below the second card from the top of the deck in preparation for a double lift. The double lift that I did in the video is a double lift that really doesn't require any sort of get ready. It's just pretty much by feel. You lift up two cards. You give the illusion that you're pushing that card forward. Really, you're just grabbing the top over here with your middle finger and pushing that up. Then you use your little fingers here to flip this card over. It's just a very singular way of turning over a double that doesn't require a lot of work, and it does get you back in preparation for another, but it does require a little bit of that magical touch that many people lack because they don't want to practice. So you do a double lift and you say the two of hearts is going to be our experiment here. So we're going to turn this double over. This is of course the indifferent card from the beginning that's now on the bottom. On the bottom is now the original jack with writing on it. So this card goes somewhere into the middle of the deck, and you tell them to remember this situation right here, because this is what we're going to go back in time to approximate. So you squeeze that two into the middle of the deck, you do another double lift, and show that the ace of spades is actually the time machine of the deck, or the time nigga if that's racially appropriate, and won't get you shot in your neighborhood. So you say that the ace of spades acts as a time machine. So if we put the ace of spades, again this is a double, if we put the ace of spades where the two was only moments ago, and of course right now since you've done a double, that is now the two of hearts. Now this for some reason is a move that I've heard it's kind of like a little flourish thing. For some reason it looks kind of cool. So what you're doing here is I'm pressing up with my forefinger of the left hand. I'm just putting pressure from behind and then I'm using the forefinger of the right hand with that pressure there in a clockwise, yeah, in a clockwise action. And what that does is that it spins the card around. So you say, oh, if I give it some sort of racially appropriate gesture, such as this, it actually turns into the two because it's gone back in time to when the two was in the middle of the deck and the ace of spades is on top of the deck. So you could do that time machine premise. Now I know that the Buck twins have done some sort of like it's the same trick, but they do some sort of color change, and I don't know. I like to break it down as simple as possible. Do two double lifts, and it's pretty much a great trick on its own. However, because I am PigCake, I do take it to the next level here. So what I do is that I put this on top of the deck. I cut those two cards in the middle, and as I show that these two cards are now in the middle, I'm going to try to replicate some sort of glitch in time travel there. So the way I do that is by doing a pass. Now, I was getting some mad compliments in the comments on my riffle pass, and I greatly appreciate that. However, I do think that most of you guys do lack the never mind. So the pass that I do is a variation of a riffle pass. It's really just a normal pass with a riffle at the end. That's pretty much all I do. I don't do anything fancy. For the one guy that said that I was lacking in skill because I make a sound with my pass, well, I want to see your pass, you Jew. So once again, I cut that card to the middle. I spread over to the two cards in the middle, and as I close, I get a little pinky break. Of course, you want to keep it kind of messy because that gives motivation for the pass. Now, I know I've explained the pass in another video, but I'll probably just either link it up there like I never do, or I'll leave it in the description below, because that's what us YouTubers do, right? So for this, once again, I'm not really doing anything fancy. I'm just doing a pass, and right at the end, I riffle up on this top half. So what that does is that it gives kind of a reasoning for me touching a deck with both hands. Again, one of the things that I see too often on YouTube and or in real life by other magi is that they'll perfectly square up the deck and then they'll do a pass and it looks like hot shit because there's no reason why your hand should come together. However, if for some reason the deck is a little bit messy and you do happen to flash a little bit with the pass, it's okay because they'll just attribute that to the you squaring up the deck. They're retarded. They don't know what's going on. So you do a pass, which should replicate some sort of glitch happening that the cards have now gone back to where they once were. Now, in hindsight, in the video, I should have done one of these fancy color changes that you see all the time. But I instead opted for this color change that looks actually better in person because it requires a little bit of a blow. So I don't know if you've seen this before, but as you lift up the deck to blow, you flip these two cards over and you blow on the deck, and then when you come back down, that's where the color change takes place. So you go, and it looks like the card changed. That on camera doesn't look as good as it should have. So I apologize for that. I know even me, I can make mistakes. So I should have done some sort of a shake change or whatever for the camera, but So you could do whatever color change you want to change these two cards into it. Now again, make sure that the ace of spades is oriented down, because if you've done the double lifts and everything in the correct sequence that I have, then the pip is going to be facing downward. So you want to make sure for continuity's sake that it's facing down. So you do whatever color change you want that flips over these two cards for these two cards. So if that's a shake change, you could do that, which is I'm grabbing it by the corners over here, and as I shake, I'm just flipping over the cards with my forefinger here. You can do that. If you're in person, you could do that color change where you blow on it and you spin it. You could do this thing, which I've always thought looks like shit, but apparently it gets all the people wet on YouTube for some reason. But there you go. So you could do whichever color change you want to show that you have now fucked up the deck, so that there's text on these cards. That should be an unbelievable change so far. So you show that there's text on these cards that's saying you fucked up time. And then when you flip over the deck and you call back to the jack of spades that was once ordinary, it should be a little bit of a surprise. And you spread through. Now there is this card in the middle. There's the jack of spades that's untouched. I try to just gloss over that. Now in hindsight, what I should have done is kept the kept the writing more towards the middle so that I could spread the deck in the beginning. If you have a cover card and you spread the deck, you shouldn't be able to see anything. But because I'm autistic, you notice that there are little dots. So just if you want to do this trick the same way, I would suggest you keep the writing towards the middle. So you spread over and you show a bunch of cards with the text now on it. Of course, not showing the last cards. And there you go. That's a miracle of time travel. So enjoy it. And here's the giveaway part of the title. If you're subscribed to this channel and you leave a comment and you molest that like button, I'll send this over to you. So make sure to do that. I'll send you this deck. Now I know it's some cheap CVS, wherever you're from, Walgreens equivalent cards, but they're pretty good. They're not horrendous, and they have writing on each and every card, so you should be able to enjoy that. So just smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll send this deck over to you. So I'm gonna go choke my dick.
When I see you again, 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 when I see